EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign. Took his game to a new level and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Pickett. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Pickett will look to throw it here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And it's fielded at the 34. A little juke. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a young man, probably with some butterflies here. A lot of anticipation making his first NFL start. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down. Hopkins, flush to his right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun. Hopkins. Dixon, complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Hopkins. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Running right, here's A-Chain. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
From the gun on 3rd down, Hopkins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Pickett now on first down. And that is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Finding Pickens for another catch. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup.
Harris running straight ahead.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did. Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. First down, and they go back to Harris. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Pickett. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Santos' kick is up and through, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is complete to Hawkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake. Hopkins. And this is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, Hopkins. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA's. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They hand this off to Harris. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
Again, it's Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He'll buy some time right. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Off play action. Hopkins dancing to his left. He finds his man complete. That's Casey. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of it. The key is going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Man, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hawkins. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Operating from the gun, Hopkins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Second down, here's Pickett.
Throw left side complete. That's Alexander.
Big strides, look at him go.
And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10.
Now Pickett. A short one there with Fryermuth. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense.
He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Hopkins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 70 yards.
And the Dolphins strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. And that's going to be incomplete.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the 2nd half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Throwing on 1st down. Hopkins.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And this is caught. Touchdown!
Jalen Waddle.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And a run past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Pickett back to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Off play action, Pickett.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
2nd and 10, it's Pickett again.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown.
George Pickens.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Steelers have cut the lead back down to 2. Pickett will try to throw for this.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have 2 touchdown catches.
On 2nd down, a run by A.J.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Here's one deep for Pickens. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Pickett will look to throw it here. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Final minute now, the 3rd quarter.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Devin Bush in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And he fends him off. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 52 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. On 1st down, Hopkins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have, and a pass he should have caught.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run for it with A-Chain.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
A-Chain here. They stay on the ground.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st and 10, Hopkins, flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Rolling to his right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Pickett.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Devin Bush able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Looking to throw. Pickett. Finds Pickens out right.
So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Back to throw. Pickett.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Now Pickett.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Pickett.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Santos' kick is up and through. And the sideline celebrates as as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So the Dolphins now down by 1. A little under 50 seconds to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
That's caught by Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Being chased out left.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now.
Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative he just took there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through with the win.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left, and we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and that'll keep this a 1-point game. And right now, just absolute anguish on that visiting sideline.
It came down to one kick, a chance to steal one on the road, but you could feel the pressure, couldn't you? And the pressure enveloped him on that one, forced a missed kick.
And the crowd went wild.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1 and one of our early window games here.
Yeah, first off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fruitful.